an update. No, it's not cold. I just, I should have washed my clothes last night. I didn't wash my clothes, so now I gotta wear this because I don't have any clean t-shirts. So yeah. All right, but I'm good. The air's on in here, so I'm wearing this right now. Okay. So I have something to tell you. You're first, obviously, and this is still very loud. So I had this thought yesterday, right? I was like just sitting on my bed and I was thinking, and since you came up first in the on the list, I was thinking like, you know how in the Bible they said that the serpent, the serpent tempted Adam and Eve with an apple, right? From the tree of life, the tree of good and evil, they were tempted with an apple. So I was thinking like, why not a hamburger? Why not a hot dog? Why not a steak? Why an apple? So I just thought that was kind of weird. I'm just thinking about this. Like I've spent like 15 whole minutes thinking about like, why would the snake use a fruit? Because you don't see any ads about like, you don't really see like any ads today about like apples and like vegetables. You see like a lot of fast food commercials and shit, right? I'm like, why would the snake use an apple? Why not a steak? So I'm getting something about the dangers of being vegan. Just because something is green doesn't mean it's healthy. So I'm hearing like, I don't eat shit that grows on a tree. Don't eat anything that grows on trees. Hold on, before you like what? Why would you? I'm gonna pull a nature card too. But I'm getting something about veganism, like being a vegan and how like there's dangers in being vegan for some people. Everybody's not meant to be vegan. I feel like nobody's meant to be vegan. Okay, so I'm kind of getting something about things growing on trees, apples, fruit. There's something I'm getting like you're thinking about being a vegetarian. I feel like you need to hold that thought, okay? Um, if you need a confirmation, just go to the book of Genesis. The snake used an apple to tempt them, not a steak, not a hamburger, not a hot dog. So I'm like, I feel like this is something that we really need to consider. Like, so I'm getting something too about small details. I feel like somebody's using something to tempt you, using something that you believe is healthy. Like something, I feel like something can come off like a sweet or kind gesture, but it's actually evil, like an apple or broccoli or some shit like that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a nature card. Yeah, I be thinking about shit like that. It's like, and like this is something that most people like overlook. Like, okay, we focus on the snake. We focus on like the snake's behavior. Oh, the snake is a snake, they're tempting me, but it's using the apple to do it. Like that's what I think. I feel like we need to focus on that. All right, so all right, you have speed, something is happening fast. All right, I'm gonna pull nature cards. So we're gonna do speed though. So be prepared for something to happen quickly. All right. So I feel like if you're not prepared for something, it may be too late. Something is like happening now. I don't know what this is, but you have speed. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. I'm gonna pull one of these for you before we get. You have olives. Wow, interesting. Okay. Olives grow, I think olives, they grow on a bush or a vine, like the watermelon. Okay, so that's interesting though. You pulled a vegetable. So I feel like, but the olives card is the opposite of the onions card, which is also a vegetable, or is it a fruit? I don't know. Five below. All right, so maybe somebody is using olives or onions to tempt you. I don't know, but the olives card is like it's a card of being in good hands. It's a card of being around good people. It's a card of being safe. It's a card of being in good company. Okay. I know that olives are really good, like to eat before, like if you eat like a lot of meat, you eat olives first, or you eat like if you drink like vodka and shit like that. But the olives card, it's like It's wealthy people. It's people who are bon mind. It's people who are prestigious. It's people who live a good life. It's people who are rich. Now, I mean, like, really, not like rich, but like wealthy. Like people who have like old money and their kids don't work and they go to private schools and shit like that. So this could be you. Maybe that's you. Your family has old money. You went to a private school. You know, the whole shebang, the whole, like, you know. So, or this could be your kid or something like that. Okay. So I feel like you come from a long line of something. All right, so olives and speed. All right. So maybe you need to incorporate this, and I'm not the snake that's tempting you. All right. Maybe you need to incorporate olives in your diet, but I'm getting something about veganism. I feel like it's okay to eat olives. But they are very high in salt, okay? But I feel like if you want to incorporate some type of vegetable or fruit into your diet, use olives. All right, one or two. Okay, I feel like too, if you are somebody who doesn't eat at all, like you just don't have an appetite, one or two olives in the morning, and then you eat. Because if you starve yourself, you're just gonna make you just make it worse. Like starving is worse than like eating a little bit. So like if you're somebody who starves, or like you just don't have an appetite, you're not somebody who really eats like that. I feel like olives is really good for you to have. Like olives, like a couple of olives, tomato and a tomato in the morning, you good, and then at lunchtime, eat two more olives, and then at dinner time, two more olives. Are you anorexic? Not judging, I'm just asking. It's like sounding like that, or this could be your kid. Your kid does not eat, or you have like a, I'm not gonna call it an eating disorder, because I just feel like some people are just not hungry. Okay, but if you find your appetite to be absent, I feel like eat olives. You're like, why am I not eating anything? You need to eat something. Okay, olives. Okay, so salt, so you can preserve like your organs and shit. Like you gotta have salt, if nothing else. All right, and then water after that, because olives are very high in sodium. Okay, so this means though you're around good people, you're like something about rich people. What is the olives card? I feel like too, if you're doing some type of alchemy or something like that, it's working. It's going very well. All right. I feel like too, the olives card is an indication of good intentions. It's like, I feel like if first of all, if you do alchemy, like that's like a genetic thing. So I feel like that comes from like a family thing. I feel like you have good intentions when you do magic. So you get like good results. Okay, I'm getting like a good life though, just in general. So like if you're worried about like your situation, your life, or like maybe you just feel down, or you like, oh, I feel like a low life. You're not. You're not a low life. You're an olive. All right. I feel like you're gonna have a good life. That it's like written in the cards for you. What's the olives card? I feel like too, never let anybody make you feel like you don't deserve to have what you want, because I feel like if you are around rich people, prestigious people, people who are beau mind, you have something in common with them. You guys all ended up in the same place for a reason, or they're not as far up or far out as you think, because you guys are all in the same place. I mean, you ended up in the same place as them, so you guys have something in common. Okay, so you have to think about that when you're around people that you feel like who are better than you. It's like, wait, we're all in the same room here, right? Okay, so it's like, what makes you better than me? We're all okay. So like, even if somebody has like more money than you, or like more material possessions, we live in the same building on the same block. We're at the same meetings. We ended up in the same place, so we're the same. All right. What is the olives card? Okay. I feel like your genetics are rich. Of course, you could be dealing with some type of prejudice, racism, because you know, that's not true. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say that rich people don't like to see people come up, but that's not true. Like real wealthy people, they don't give a shit. They don't even think about other people, because like people with like real wealth, they don't really give a shit if other people are getting wealthy. They don't really think about other people like that. I'm talking about like people with real money, like people with like, you know, I can't articulate right now, but I don't believe that rich people hold other people back. I mean, wealthy people, I'm sorry. They don't really give a shit if you're making money or not, or they are sometimes very envious though, because, um, let's see, what is the Olives card? Okay, so this is, yeah, somebody who's wealthy, well-to-do, the name of, okay, so I feel like you are very attractive, okay? So I feel like somebody could have a lot of money, but you know, you're very beautiful, or this could be you, like, or maybe somebody, they have a lot of money, but they're not that attractive. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. I just don't understand like a rich, ugly person. I just do not get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand how that works or how that happens. Like, I don't get that at all. Like, how are you not beautiful when you're a millionaire or a billionaire? Like, how are you not perfect when you have billions of dollars? So it kind of makes you question, do they have billions of dollars? Like, how are you not beautiful and you're rich? Like, I just don't get that. It doesn't compute to me. I just don't get it. Like, but some people aren't. They're just, some people are rich and like, not, and like unattractive. I do not understand it. But um maybe I have to have more money to understand that. I don't have enough money yet to understand that concept. Like, I just don't get that. I don't know. Maybe like when you get to a certain point, like when you get like make a certain amount of money, you just don't give a fuck. You don't really care about how you look or something like that. Like, or it doesn't matter anymore. When you start making a certain amount of money, it just doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. But I kind of feel like you have the beauty, they have the money, or like the other way around. But it's a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. All right. I feel like too you have a lot of money, but they're just not giving it to you. Like, you have a lot of money, you have wealth, you just don't have it. So like I said, this could be like, you know, like you have wealthy genetics, like you think like a millionaire, you act like one, you have the same behavior, you end up in the same places, you meet a lot of millionaires. It's like, where's my money? They have it. Like, you know, they have the money, you have the beauty, so it's like they keep the money and you keep the beauty. So I feel like you like, damn, I feel like I should be richer. I feel like you have a lot of money, but it's in the hands of somebody else. That's just life, right? Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Okay, what's the so I feel like with money you get confidence. Like, people can act like they're better than you because they have a lot of money. They have your money. So it's like, yeah, you're beautiful, but I have all the money, which is probably yours. Okay, so yeah. All right, the Queen of Coin. You know, people too, like, I feel like people like to rub it in, like, yeah, I'm robbing you, you're broke and you're beautiful, but I'm rich. And people like to rub their wealth in your face, especially when the money belongs to you. Like, especially when it's your money, they love to rub it in your face. And you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna use my meme deck. All right, so background noise is always important. All right, so I'm guess I'm getting to, like, I feel like somebody's doing, oh my God. Okay, wow. Intuition is on point today. So I feel like if somebody's doing work on you, they focus on little things like background noise. So, you know, it's important to have background noise. Why? Just I don't know. I can't talk about that right now, but it is. But so if there's a commercial or there's an ad, I have to turn down the TV so that I can focus on the reading, right? Then the background noise disappears, because once the ad goes off, I kind of forget that there's no background noise and it's quiet. So now that the ad is gone, I can turn back on the background noise, okay? Because background noise is important, right? So I feel like somebody is focusing, they focus on minor details. Like I told you before, the apple. So someone's like, hey, you should be vegan, you should be vegetarian. You just assume that because it's green, it's healthy. It's not. So what do I mean by minor details? We're all adults here. Say like somebody who's doing work on you, they focus on little shit like, I'm trying to think of something. So like broken nails. Every time, like, you keep breaking your nails, and maybe you have nice natural nails or whatever, but you keep breaking them. Like every 5 minutes you break a nail. That's real petty, right? But it adds up. Like if you keep breaking your nails, and like especially like if you break your nail beyond like the free edge, like your fingers look ugly and they, or I'm trying to think of something like worse. Um, okay, say okay, like a pimple. This is really hard for me to explain, but I'm trying to like put this into words here. Um, a really good magician or like somebody who's doing work on you, like they focus on like the tiniest shit, um, like what is it called when you, is it herpes or is it a hernia or I don't know, I can't remember what it is. I'm not really an STD expert, but uh, it's something that grows on your anus. Sorry. So like every time you wipe, it stings. But I mean, as small as that is, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing I'm having a hard time thinking about something because um I have dealt with like this, but like not really. But I feel like if somebody's doing work on you, it's like little shit. Like you may have like dry, chapped lips, or but you're always in the public eye, and then people focus on your dry lips or ashy knees or ashy hands. Like I feel like somebody's like doing work on you, and they like pick you apart slowly. They pick you apart detail by detail. So like your hands. Okay, she has nice hands. Her natural nails are nice. So let me see. Break natural nails. I mean, I don't know. Or like her lips are beautiful. Like she has no makeup on, or he has nothing on his lips. Okay, so chapped lips. It's just like somebody, like when somebody's obsessed with you, they focus on every little thing about you. Okay, she has beautiful earlobes. Okay, stretch earlobes, like little petty shit, like, or water around the wrist. Like if you have like thin wrists, or like I feel like somebody is obsessed with you with the Five of Wands. There's like petty competition. I don't think there's any such thing as healthy competition because, yeah, I don't really believe in that. But like background noise, that's real petty, right? You're like, what's the big deal? We can still see the fire, but as petty as that sounds, somebody will focus on that. Like, okay, she always has the fire in the background. It sounds nice. It's ambiance. It's relaxing. Turn the fire off. Like somebody's that petty. Like, but I feel like when you're dealing with rich people, they're like that. Like they're real like small. They focus on small things, but like those small things add up because like you don't notice the background noise, but you kind of do. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so something about small details. Okay, sorry. I'm also getting to like when somebody talks to you in conversation, it's like little petty words like hi, or like something is like adding up. I'm gonna pull another card for you. All right, Leo. I feel like too, especially around you, people feel the need to like, I don't know, just do petty shit to you because you're a Leo. You have that royal energy about you. You're very royal, regal, refined, beautiful, like the life of the party. So I feel like people feel the need to compete with you, even when you're not competing with them. It's just your energy because of what you represent. There you are again, the Six of Wands. Yeah, being very beautiful. Like I feel like you get a lot of attention that's unwarranted. Or I feel like too, you just kind of you're ignoring people. I feel like too, when you walk past people, you bow. Or like when people walk past you, they kind of put their head down and then they put it back up. You're like, why do people do that? It's like little shit like that. Because I feel like too, when you do magic on somebody, you have to use other people. So like if you go out, every time you walk past somebody, they put their head down. You're like, why are people doing that? It's because it could be somebody in fucking Norway doing magic on you, but they use the people around you. All right, so I feel like when you walk past people, they put their head down, or they bow, or it's like people are like disregarding you. I feel like it's because you're beautiful, or you could be very tall. I feel like there's something about you that like stands out. It could be your skin tone too. You could be very dark, or like you could have like a beautiful complexion and like glistens in the sunshine and shit like that. All right, or you could be very successful. I feel like too, when you're successful, like when you have a gift or a talent or a skill around people who never had to work, or people who they just think about money all the time. They try to play it off like it's something small. Like I'm not gonna say rapping is a skill. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But maybe like you're an actor, an actress, or maybe like you do poetry or you do something, you get attention for something that you do. All right. I feel like somebody's trying to downplay that, but the Six of Wands is like success. Okay, what is the Six of Wands? Let's get into the reading. Sorry, I'm rambling. All right, it's like I'm reading for the first time again. All right. What is the Six of Wands? Okay, somebody feels like you have a lot of pride and you don't. But like, that's the thing. When someone's envious of you, everything you do offends them. Like people are delusional. Like when envy causes delusion. Like, just because you walk with your head up, like when you don't bow, like when you walk with your head up, people are like, oh, you're prideful because I'm walking with my head up because I have a straight spine. Like people don't think like that. Like I do though. It's like you're mad because my spine is straight. That's crazy, right? You're mad because I'm walking with my head up. Yeah, I'm trying to straighten my spine. Okay, or like maybe you cross your legs in a certain way. Are you mad because I'm crossing my legs? Like it's just like somebody looks at you like you have a lot of pride when you don't. You're just you walk with your head up. I mean, you have to see where you're going, right? Why are you looking at the ground? You're not. That doesn't make any sense. Like, but when somebody's envious of you, everything that you do is like offensive. I feel like too, when somebody hates you, they don't want to face the fact that they're jealous. So they try to find fault in everything that you do because they need a reason. They need to justify their hatred. What's the Six of Wands? All right. If they can't justify their hatred, they just start being spiteful. Like, because I don't want to admit to myself that I'm jealous of this person. So I'm just going to spite them. Okay. So you have, the Emperor. Okay. So I feel like it's something that, someone's delusional. Like I said, this is a byproduct of being hateful, of hating somebody. Like when you hate somebody, like there's nothing that you don't see anything clear with this person. Like you just see like everything that you hate about them. I don't know why somebody hates you. I don't see any cards indicating that you're doing anything to anyone. Maybe somebody feels ignored by you, or somebody just feels like you want attention, but you don't. Or I feel like somebody may invite you out and then say you're an attention whore. I was at home in my pajamas watching anime. You invited me out just to call me an attention whore. Like who does that? A jealous person. Okay, so you have the Emperor card. Okay, so I feel like, because I kind of feel like somebody just expects to get more attention than you and they don't, but I feel like you don't give a damn. You're like, man, stop inviting me out there. I'm not trying to, you a hater. Like, or I feel like somebody wants the spotlight. They can have it. So it could be a guy here in Aries, but Aries, they're not really, that's more like that's not really their thing though. So on the right side, you have the Emperor. What's on the left? Okay, the King of Coins. Somebody wants attention because they have money. Like somebody wants you to give them attention, or somebody wants you to acknowledge their money. It's like somebody wants you to talk about their money and their wealth and how much money they have and drool over their money and their success. And the Nine of Swords. But I feel like the money is yours. It's your inheritance. It's your life insurance. It's like your wealth that they stole. And then they want to rub it. They want you to be like, oh my God, you're so rich. But I feel like when you don't swoon or when you don't care, it's like, how dare you not acknowledge my money? Because they're acknowledging your beauty. That's the thing. They acknowledge your beauty, but you don't acknowledge their money. I mean, you don't have it. So I'm not really understanding your reading right now. Okay, so let's see. The Knight, it's so somebody feels like you think you're so beautiful that you don't have to acknowledge my money. What are you talking about? Like, I kind of, that's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody is like out of their mind, or like somebody's dumb. Like someone's like, oh, you think you're so much better than me? No, I don't. Or you think you're so beautiful, perhaps, but who's pointing that out? You are. It's like somebody is like very insecure about themselves, Yeah, you're like so attractive. Like, okay, so I kind of feel like you hear that a lot. Or like maybe you don't hear it a lot, but you just know it. Okay. So I feel like yeah, I feel like somebody wants to be acknowledged for their wealth the same way that you are acknowledged for your beauty. Somebody wants to be like, oh my God, you're just so wealthy. Like, who just walks around saying that? That's like so goofy. Or what's in the middle? I feel like too, you don't need to hear that you're attractive. I feel like you just know that you are, but it's like, okay, and like, so maybe somebody feels like you're prideful because maybe you don't say thank you when somebody gives you a compliment. But I feel like people don't compliment you. You don't need, like, it's like, even if people say you look nice, like, oh, thanks. Or I feel like somebody wants you around just so like they can ignore your beauty, because I feel like somebody thinks that you want acknowledgement for how you look and you don't care. I feel like when you go out, you just want to see the show, you just want to relax, have a drink, or you just want to be left alone. Maybe you don't even go out. I'm not really even sure what pride is. I don't even know what that is at this point. Like, I don't know. Okay, what's in the middle? Or I feel like somebody thinks that you want to be them, or somebody thinks that you're feigning wealth. How do you feign wealth? Like, if this is you, you sound dumb. Like, you sound like jealous, or you sound, I don't know, you're sounding a little bit obsessive here. What is this right here? Or someone's like, you think you can't afford that, you're not wealthy. Okay. Did you wake up this morning just to tell me that? Or okay, the 10 of coins, it's like a whole bunch of rich people. Rich is not this, I mean, I'm gonna say rich because rich people, they don't have as much money as you think they have. They're not as well off as you think. Like, I know rich people who are on welfare. So like, yeah. So you have 10 of coins. Yeah, so a lot of people, I kind of feel like you could be like the only one, or like the only foreigner. You're coming off very exotic here. You're coming off like you're not from around here. But you're comfortable though. I kind of feel like you're comfortable in your surroundings, or yeah, so maybe you just moved here, or like I feel like you're transitioning or you're adjusting to something very well. You're very well adjusted. And like they call that pride, because you're not like wailing, or you're not like trying to be seen. It's beauty is a trick. I mean, attractiveness is a tricky thing. What is the 10 of coin? Sometimes like being attractive kind of sucks. Like, you know, people just assume like.
Jared Brown is cracking down on fentanyl and working with Republicans.
What's the 10 of coin? You have the Knight of Cups. Okay. All right, so I feel like I'm gonna say this: if you're thinking about moving on, you're gonna be fine. Okay, it's gonna be a smooth transition. All right, something is a yes, or something is gonna be like successful. I kind of just feel like you're proud of yourself just in general as a person. You're proud of like to still be here after all you've been through. You're proud that you're not petty. You're proud that you know that you still love yourself, or that you can still love. I just kind of feel like you're just proud of yourself in general. Like, it's like when you go back and you think about your life, you're like, man, I've done well for myself. I'm doing okay. Like I'm good, or something like that. All right, something will pass. The situation will pass, or like you will get over something, or you're getting over something slowly. I don't know what that has to do with beauty though. Like, yeah. Olives is also an indication of good health. You're healthy, okay? So maybe you went through something very traumatic, and it like something can really drive you crazy, but it doesn't. It doesn't drive you crazy. You're very like well adjusted here. Okay. Maybe somebody tried to knock you off your high horse, but they think that you're prideful. I'm not saying any cards indicating like hate or meanness, but maybe that could be, you know, the Six of Swords comes after the Five. So maybe somebody's just being hateful towards you because they feel like you should be more sad, or you should be just fucked up, or you're getting over something, or you're moving on slowly. I feel like maybe something still hurts, or maybe, you know, something is still rough, but you're moving on. I just feel like people take you the wrong way, like you just rub people the wrong way. And I don't really know how that happens because I'm not really sure what you're doing with the Emperor card just sitting there, like being in Aries. But all right, let's get some advice. I just feel like people take you wrong. They just you could just be around a lot of races. People they don't like niggas, or they don't like you, or they don't like maybe what you do for work. Maybe they feel like it's not a real job. If you are a female watching this, it could be a bunch of guys. They feel like maybe they feel like you're trying to be a man. So like somebody could be it could be a whole bunch of guys around you with money, and they feel like you shouldn't have any money. You're not a man. I don't know what that has to do with having money or not, but I don't know. Okay, because it's crazy because you have the Nine of Cups. That's that, like somebody's going to approach you or somebody's flirting with you. I kind of feel like somebody feels like you should be more docile, but I don't see any cards indicating aggression or anything like that. Yeah, grow up. Like you're maturing, or you're trying to grow up. You're trying to be an adult. I feel like you're around people who are just very insecure, like who just they need somebody to blame, and that's you, or they need somebody to hate, that's you. Yeah, because maybe like you're growing up and you're still attractive. I guess when you grow up, you're supposed to get ugly or something like that. Like, I don't know. But you have to grow up. So this also means like something is growing, your wealth, or like you could be expanding when it comes to your work or something like that. The Emperor card tells me that you've been doing something for a long time. It's like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Like, yeah, like it's been a long time coming. Like, people just do not think logically. I just feel like somebody's illogical. They do not reason. Like, somebody does not have the ability to reason. They're delusional. Like, somebody doesn't make any sense, or they don't have any logic. They don't have any, like, they're not logical at all. Like, somebody just doesn't think. They just get envious. All right, okay, you have grow up. I feel like you've been doing something for a long time. Like, it takes a while to get to the Emperor card. That's like you've been doing something all your life, or you've been doing something for a good amount of time. XOXO. So I feel like you kind of, maybe the way that you do something now is like real relaxed, because you've been doing it for so long. It's like, I don't know, you have XOXO, but love, and you have behind. All right. I feel like too, I don't know what you're behind in, but okay. Or maybe somebody's holding you back so that you're not as good as other people. I don't know. Like, yeah, take up space. I just feel like, yeah, you have Master of Gems, wealth. Like I said, I feel like you may be very wealthy, but the money is in somebody else's hands. Like, you don't have the money, but I feel like you act like a wealthy person. So this is like somebody saying, who do you think you are? It's because like you're supposed to have a lot of money, you just don't. So it's in your genetics to be wealthy, but the money you don't have. So your attitude still displays that, or you know, your disposition still displays the wealth. But you could be like, you could have very little means here. So I just kind of feel like right now, I hate to say this, it may feel like you are just a placeholder, like you just don't really know, you're just like taking up space, it may feel like. Yeah, I just kind of feel like maybe somebody just wants you around to like show you that you're not as good as you think you are, or you're not as beautiful as you thought you were, something like that. All right, the tables are gonna turn. I don't know what this is, Leo. Like, I feel like you're black cat, good luck. You're very lucky. Like you just, I don't know. Like I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you feel great. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my mood. Maybe I'm moody today. Yeah, interpretation. Yeah, I feel like people just take you wrong. Like I said, people misinterpret you. They just mistake you. Like, I don't think you're doing anything. It's just like maybe you're just sitting in a chair and someone's like, "Why are you sitting like that?" Like I said, I feel like they're not a logical person. Like somebody does not use logic and reasoning. And I feel like it's not fair because I feel like the way that you interpret them is totally different. I feel like you think, you conceptualize. They don't do that. So someone's delusional, like somebody's not a thinker or something like that. But I just kind of feel like people take you the wrong way, even when you're not doing anything. Like I said, you could just be sitting in a chair and someone's like, "Why are you sitting like that in that chair? Why are you sitting in that chair?" It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry if this reading was terrible. All right. Sorry if my interpretation is off. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.